Okay, so now we have our model sprued. I have my scale here. I'm going to zero it out. That's called tare. So I'm going to just set this here, and it's 1.1 grams, but we need the specific weight that it will actually need to cast this in metal. So the multiplier is 14. 1.1 times 14 equals 15.4 grams, and that's how much metal we will need to encast. So I have my little Dixie cup. I'm going to tear this out again because I don't want the weight of the Dixie cup to factor into my metal. So here we have some recycled sprue bits, which I'm going to empty in here. So you can reuse sterling silver to a point. You usually use half, and then half casting grain. So right now I'm at 2.5 grams, and I still have 15.4 grams total. Here's another bit that I cast last time. Now we're at 4.3. And 8.3, I'm aiming for half, so I'm gonna take one of these out. And we're about 6.4, just slightly less than half, and that's fine with me. So now I'm going to get my casting grain, which is, because it's so small, it's actually double baggied. And I'm going to weigh the remainder until I get to my 15.4. Actually, it's triple bagged. How about that? So as you can see, casting grain is very small pellets. And I'm just going to start pouring some in here until I get to 15.4. And I'm slightly over. There we go. 15.4 is achieved. I'm going to put away my casting grain. So I don't lose it. And then I'm going to find a baggie to put my metal in. This was already marked from something else, so I'm just going to cross that off. So we'll pour this in with our note that we have 15.4 grams of silver in here, and there's copper brick, and we're going to label this number 1. And so if you have more than one flasks, you'll want to number them so that you can number them when you go to do your investment. So I'll stick this in here, my metal, and then now we'll start, we'll just set aside our scale. And then now we have our flask base. This is our sprue base. It's a rubber sprue base from which the sprues will go into here. And then we will put our steel flask around it. We always want to make sure there's clearance around the whole top of here so that it does go shooting out the top. So we never want this to be higher than our flask. So what I'll do next is fill this hole right here with more sprue wax. Set that aside so you can hopefully see, and then I'll start putting in little bits here. I'm just breaking this apart into smaller pieces so that it fits in. And then I'm going to use my dental tool and my alcohol lamp, which I find easier to do this part. So right now I'm just heating my dental tool. And then slowly melting this wax so it fills in. And sometimes this just takes a few minutes. As you can see, it's slowly melting. And so this is pretty liquid now, so I'm just gonna shove this in here. And then I'm going to take my electric pen and just to fill in some gaps, I'm gonna take this and melt it in. Always want to make sure that our model is secure in the sprue base so that when we remove it later, it doesn't float in the investment when we pour the investment, actually. So grab that. And just do a little touch up here. And there we have it. This is ready. I'm going to put the steel flask back around here. Make sure it's real tight. And this is ready for investment, which is the next step. So investment will go in here. It's a plaster-like substance. It'll harden around here. That'll set for 2 hours. And then I will remove the flask base and then put this in the kiln for the wax to burn out. And that procedure is approximately 7 hours of burnout time. 2 hours for the initial wax to steam, and then 4 hours for the investment to properly cure and set up. That'll happen at 1350 degrees, and then for 4 hours, and then we'll drop it to a programmed kiln for about 1000 degrees for about an hour. After that, then I can start casting.